between friends and enemies? Like, do y'all think that yeah, is there a thin line? Like, do you think because of I guess a close connection that you have with someone, you might build a rapport. So like, if things don't go right in that relationship, maybe, because there's emotion there, it could be turned into a negative emotion if, the relationship ends in a bad way. But I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think there's a thin line?
If it's like true friends, then you can always like hash it out.
That's
Um,
family.
yeah, but
Family.
That's true.
but what you saying though, Marcus? Like family and friends, they have the opportunity to fuck you over the worst. So they could be your
Yeah,
worst
I
enemy
agree.
after the fact, after you cross a certain line or something like that. If it comes to that,
I mean, that's yeah.
so
Yeah,
I mean,
I think it's true, and I think it's obvious because it's like if you really pay attention to most altercations, it's usually spotted with somebody it's usually a friend or family member. Whenever somebody like in a heated, passionate beef with somebody, it's with somebody they're close with. It's never really a stranger. So I think it's
Somebody
always,
that
I
cut
think that
cards.
it's inevitable because I feel like when you get close to somebody, you build like some sort of emotional connection to them that's positive. But then, like I said, when it goes sour, then it's like it goes from I love you to I hate you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but if it's somebody you never cared about and you wouldn't even have that level of attachment to give a fuck, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? It'd be like whatever. It's like just the fact that you care for that person creates that line, you know what I'm saying? So if somebody did something to you, it's like, damn, I loved you. You did me wrong. Now it turns into hate. Rather, if it's somebody you didn't even have an expectation for, it's not going to be that strong. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You kind of cut your cards with people you don't really give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But when it's somebody you actually care about, that's when it becomes like a thing. So I think yeah, I think that's like kind of almost how it works. But yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
The severity of it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That should make sense. That should make
Yeah, I
sense.
mean, and a lot of the time, I think the main reason why that breeds, and like what you were saying earlier, Randall, is like when you can be close to somebody, if it's genuine, true love, like you gonna be fuck with them regardless, like good or bad, whatever what it may be. But then you have like some people where, like, let's say, especially with family, for an example, let's say you was the little nigga in the room, well, you know what I'm saying, and then all of a sudden in your family, everybody used to tease you and shit, and then all of a sudden you grew up and you come like the swan of the family and shit, and then all your cousins be hating on you because and you be like, why my cousins hating on me? I grew up with them, they love me because they remember all your flaws, they remember all the times you made mistakes, they know your secrets, they know, so they like, who does this person think he is to go from being little tink tink to, you know what I'm saying, being you know what I'm saying, but a lot of that, but a lot of that is what creates a lot of like I guess flaws in family, because a lot of times they don't. It's like that saying. It's like people would like to see you good, but they don't like to see you do better than them. Especially when they have you pegged as being on their level. When you start to pass their level, that's when you start to see envy, and it's sad. You know what I'm saying? But the shit happens, and a lot of time it be your family probably the most, but friends, it happens a lot with friends too. But that's just some real shit. There's some real shit.
Yeah, I think Randall said something important as far as like true friends. I feel like there's a difference between true friends and a friend that you know what I'm saying, you might consider that as your friend or associate, but you don't really trust them. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh,
there's a,
yeah.
there's a big difference. I feel like true friends, they will always be able to get over something or talk about it or talk it through. But sometimes if that's not, you know what I'm saying, if that's not your true friend, you might just like pass it as that's a loss and not even not even talk to them no more. You know what I'm saying? Just
Like,
because you ain't losing shit.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think it's a difference. I think family is totally like that
Yeah.
shit. Family knows everything about you. So if you get on
Hmm.
the bad side of your cousin that you grew up with, you know what I'm saying? Like I think that's the worst. Like, I'm glad I haven't had to go through that like immediately, like in my close family, but I can see that as being really bad because, you know, your cousins, your siblings, if they on your worst side, that shit that can cause a lot of fucking like dissension and headache. So I can see that. I can definitely see. What you think, Al?
That shit, y'all hit it on the head. Like, I mean, like family, that's especially, and then also with like small altercations, not even small altercations within friends, and that don't just escalate because like literally you know everything about somebody. So like, especially like even as we growing up and like seeing some of the different like beefs and neighborhood beefs and different things like that we've seen started. Like some of that stuff started based off of like niggas didn't play like childhood sports together and know everything. Somebody, and then like I don't know, maybe a girl or something comes in between, like a drug deal or something, whatever the case may be. Like you can whatever situation you want to right there, but like something happens. But yet, guess what? I still know everything about you. I know your family. I know everything about where you stay at and everything like that. So what now? I'm bringing the heat to your front door, and now because I brought the heat to your front door, you know what I'm saying? Like my neighborhood has to respond, or my neighborhood responds, and now we are in an all-out, you know what I'm saying, war zone based off like an altercation that occurred between two people that ain't really had nothing to do with the whole neighborhood. And then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how neighborhood beefs have started or what have you. But yeah, that, and then I think I'll just stick with that one because that was probably so real.
All right, so that phrase need to be retooled. So your greatest friend could be your greatest enemy if you look at it like that. So.
I mean, I don't necessarily know the exact relationship, but even Jeezy and fucking Gucci was friends before. You know what I'm saying? It's like Tupac and fucking Biggie was friends before. It's like it's crazy how that shit just always work out like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like even wasn't it even back in the Bible, Judas, wasn't he the homie at one point? You know what I'm saying? That's there you go. You know?
Yeah.
The devil was an angel. Like, come on, man. You know, like, you know, hey, there you go. So it's like, hey, it's almost inevitable, man.
Oh, you know, Godfather, Fredo betrayed the family.
Yep.
Michael. So.
Yep. There you go.
Never go against the family.
Never.